So welcome, this is the AE460 SolidWorks tutorial. Part 1 is going to be creating the wing, and part 2 will be creating the fuselage using surfaces, and then we will combine the two into an assembly where you can change the position of the wing based on the nose of the fuselage, and then you can also add other parts into your assembly such as your engine, landing gear, seats, internal weapons, anything else that's needed for the project. So let's go ahead and import our airfoil. So we want to go ahead and we want to find our airfoil's data points. So we can just go Google UIUC airfoils, and the first link will be a database of airfoils. They have over 1,500 airfoils. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to use a NACA foil. So just any random NACA foil for the purpose of this. We want to save it. I'm going to go ahead and just save it on my desktop for the purpose of just having it there. So we're going to save it. If you click on the GIF file, it's just going to show you an image of what the airfoil will look like once you plot it. These are non-dimensionalized, of course. We'll put dimensions on them when we import it into Excel or into SolidWorks. So what we want to do is we want to open up Excel. I've already done one here, but I'll start a new one, that way you guys can see the steps. So we want to go ahead and we want to open that DAT file that we saved. So I saved it on my desktop. You want to make sure you're looking at all files, that way you can see the DAT file. I'm going to go ahead and find it. Here we go, here's my DAT file. I want to open it. So for the text import wizard, the first step, we're going to go ahead and just click next. The second step, we want to make sure and have this space checked. That way it'll turn our columns into different columns, where if we just don't click the space, it just goes into one column. So now we have this third step, we can just ignore it and finish. So now we have two columns, pretty much, our X and our Y. We need to add a Z column for SolidWorks. If you notice the entries here, this will be our top of the airfoil, and this is going to be the bottom of our airfoil. But for SolidWorks, we need to have this to be one continuous line, that way we can make one curve out of it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click the bottom, and we're going to select just the X bottom and right click and click sort, and we want to sort from largest to smallest, largest being the 1. So this is a sort warning. We only want to continue with the current selection, so we'll click that and then sort. So as you can see, now it's sorted from 1 to 0, which is what we want. The second column, a little bit trickier, because we go from 0 to minus 0.049, and then from there we go back to 0 again. So we want to do it into two parts. So we'll go all the way till the smallest number, which is this one, and we'll go ahead and sort from smallest to largest. Again, we'll do that. And then if you look from here, we want to sort this one from largest to smallest. And again, we'll sort. So we can rearrange our columns. There we go. So if you notice, this is 1 and this is 1 and this is 0.000 and then minus 0.002, pretty much 0. So we can go ahead and we can delete these two. So now we have one continuous column. So if we go from 0 to 0, and again from 0 to 0. So now we have one continuous curve. And this is the format you have to have for SolidWorks. The third thing we have to do is this Z column, we need to add zeros here. So we can add a 0. If you hold Shift and click on the corner, or double click it, you'll have zeros entered as a third column. We need to get rid of these headers for SolidWorks, so we just delete them, and then we can save our file now. So we want to click Save As and Other Formats. I'm going to go ahead and save this into my documents, into SolidWorks tutorial. You can name it NACA 63010A. You can name it whatever you want. Just make sure that your save as type is text and tab delimited, or pretty much just text, because that's what SolidWorks will import. So I've already done this, so I obviously want to replace it. So this error, or question, it's pretty much asking you if you want to save it as a text file. So you click yes. So now we can go ahead and we can open it up in SolidWorks.